Welcome back to Noob Talk. Yeah, we're doing it a little bit later this week. I found it weird just sticking it completely to Mondays would make things really weird, especially if the next day something big would happen and then I would have to do another one anyway. So it'd be better that things actually moved along and then Noob Talk will come out. Anyway, what we're doing this time? Well, obviously what's been the biggest news in the last... When did Nintendo do their thing? Week? In the last week or so. The last 2 weeks. Nintendo, their Switch, their big presentation that they've been promising to reveal as many details as possible in regards to the upcoming console, which has been locked in for March. So what happened? We got info on its possible online network, we got info on prices, we got info on what actually comes with the box. So the price we've got, for North America of course, the release is on March 3rd. For Europe, it's on March 3rd as well. The price of North American is $299, and in pounds, because I live in the UK, it's £280. A lot higher than I thought it would be, especially when you have some of its competitors selling their products at a lower price, and the Switch not necessarily up to par in terms of power-wise, but we'll get into why. At the same time, the price seems right to me as well. So there are two boxed releases they're doing of the console itself. So one of them, essentially console and the Joy-Cons, the little controllers, which through the presentation, the one thing they mentioned is to give joy. I like how Nintendo comes up with these things, these sort of analogies, or they give meaning to their controllers. Joy, or just like the Wii, we play together. You want to pass on the joy of playing these games. Anyway, we're getting off track. So one box will come with the Joy-Cons themselves, the actual dock, the Nintendo Switch, the grey Joy-Cons in this case. Another box where they will have the same Nintendo Switch control except the Joy-Cons. One will be neon blue and the other one will be neon red. Gives it a little more color variety. Just the basic color look of it looked really nice to me, but at the moment those are the only two they mentioned in terms of actually being released. Nothing was talked about bundling any games together, no bundle releases. I was really hoping that they would come out with something like an actual game that was bundled in. It will cost a little bit more, but at least the game would come with it. Along with these details, they mentioned the online as well. So this time Nintendo, they are looking to do a paid service for online. I guess the way they saw it was, well, everyone else is doing it, why can't we do it? I never necessarily saw Nintendo's online network as the best. In most cases, it was pretty, for lack of better words, lame. And so if they're looking to get people to pay for their online network now, they got to do so much better with it. No, seriously, Nintendo need to do so much better. Like, I'm not even playing around now. Right, other than that, games. Games were announced, a bunch of games were announced. Some we've already gotten on the Wii U that are being ported to the Nintendo Switch. Of course, Breath of the Wild, phenomenal trailer that they showed. I actually did a reaction to the trailer, which you can see on the channel. The video is up right now. That's actually being released on March 3rd. A launch game for the Nintendo Switch, which I think is huge. Zelda's definitely a system seller, so I'm glad they were able to make it in time for the launch. Also, the new Super Mario game, Super Mario Odyssey, the wackiest looking Mario title I've seen so far. It did intrigue me, it looked very interesting. But that won't be seen until the holiday. A little sad to hear, but holiday 2017, we'll be seeing Mario. Along with that, we got announcements such as Xenoblade 2, ARMS, 1-2 Switch, Splatoon 2, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Sonic Mania, Ultra Street Fighter 2, The Final Challengers, among others. What I'm really worried about it in this case is that the launch lineup itself is not looking too strong. Heck yeah, you got Zelda, you know, that's gonna sell the system. But other than that, the other games are not really something to be queuing up during midnight for. They're nothing that I felt I'd get really excited for, that I wanted to buy. Heck, I'm going to be playing Zelda for months. That's all I really care about in terms of Nintendo Switch. Heck, you guys might be feeling a little bit different, let me know, but I personally feel the launch lineup is not as strong as it could be, let alone the games that are being released throughout 2017. If Nintendo are actually saving things for E3, Because I can understand from one perspective, some fans might be like, yeah, we like surprises. Yeah, we really want to be surprised with something. And they're saying that for E3. And the other side, people be like, the side I'm on, to be frank, you want to make your launch lineup as strong as possible. You want to have such a strong start for this system because so many people got burned on the Wii U, which is what I'm afraid of, is that why would you hold back for E3, especially when Nintendo themselves said that E3 was not necessarily the platform to be making big announcements, not like how it used to be. You know, you got Paris Game Show, you got PAX East, you got these other huge platforms, let alone their own Nintendo Directs. They're not even doing stage presentations anymore to make these big announcements. So E3 is not necessarily the place to be having these announcements anymore. I really hope they're not doing that, because if they are, that's kind of stuff should have been shown during the presentation. The presentation itself, it wasn't even that great. When I went back to watch it afterwards, it wasn't really too great to watch. It was kind of lame, to be honest. And if they were holding some mad announcements for E3 that they could have showed during the presentation and possibly done even more pre-orders for the Switch, then I feel like it's a massive misstep in that direction. Hey, don't get me wrong, I pre-ordered my Nintendo Switch. You know, maybe my love for Breath of the Wild, maybe my love for Zelda is making me blind, but I just really hope Nintendo can make this work. I mean, already the price for some might be a little too much. The Joy-Con controllers are quite expensive in the extras. The Pro controller is upwards £60 or more for the Pro controller itself, which I think is insane. That's mad insane for an additional controller. I personally felt that paying £40 to £50 for a PS4 controller itself was quite expensive. Then they're selling their Pro controller at even higher price. I've never come across a console that can get me so hyped yet make me so conflicted at the same time in whether I actually want to get it. You know, and I feel like that's what Nintendo's done here this time. They have something so amazing with so much potential in their hands, but the way they presented it, it just fell flat, and with not only myself but with so many other people, where they should have just put their strongest foot forward to make sure that at least their launch was amazing and then carry on from there. Just based on how history's gone, you know, I feel like the Nintendo Switch will do well. I hope it does well. I'm looking forward to getting my console when it's released on March 3rd. Pre-orders. And of course Breath of the Wild with it as well. But I really hope Nintendo pulls it out this time. You know, they've already got things such as Sonic Mania's on board. Obviously that's going to be released on other platforms. Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challenges, I believe that's Switch only. I'm not sure if it's any other platform, so that's exclusive to the Switch. And of course Splatoon was a pretty big favorite. They brought out Splatoon 2. 1-2 Switch, it was definitely a party game. Interestingly, that's not bundled in with the console itself. I thought it would have been the perfect way to do it. ARMS looked pretty interesting. Super Mario Odyssey I am really excited for, and I'm sure there's a bunch of other games that I have not mentioned in this list that you yourselves may be excited for as well. I just really want Nintendo to make this work. That's all. I just really wanted to make them work because, again, that presentation was just lame. And the way they announced things wasn't so great, and their launch lineup's not looking good, but again, this is Nintendo we're talking about. When it comes down to it, I hope they do really well. I hope the Switch is amazing. I hope that it actually follows through and it brings Nintendo back to a stage or a level where they should be at, competing once again with Sony and Microsoft. But that's the end of that week's Noob Talk. I'm done ranting here. I am looking forward to my order of the Switch. I am really looking forward to playing Breath of the Wild. We'll see how Nintendo does and what especially they show at this year's E3. Not long to go from now. It's actually January now. E3 is in June. But let me know what you thought about the Switch. Have you pre-ordered it? Are there any games on my list that you're interested in actually getting, or maybe not on my list that you're interested in actually getting? Let me know down in the comments below, or tweet me over at Twitter at the Liban Ali. Let's have a conversation. Let's get this going. Convince me that Nintendo have a master plan and things are actually going to work out. In regards to the online, that's all I gotta say about that. All I could do is laugh. Thanks for watching, guys. That was the end of this week's Noob Talk. Make sure to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Really helps me out. Make a bunch of videos. I know I've been making a few reaction videos lately. Just a bit of a test I'm doing as we're going along, but I'll be making the regular content like now. Thanks again, guys, and we'll see you next time.